The millionaire's daughter had never taken a single step, until he caught the nanny doing something astonishing. Sometimes we think we have everything planned, every step mapped out. But life, like an unpredictable storyteller, can suddenly twist the plot, forcing us to rewrite our entire story. For Elena Carter, life had been a carefully drawn plan, but a cold, aching emptiness had replaced her most important chapter. At 25, Elena was a promising nursing student in Brooklyn, a bright-eyed girl who dreamed of working with trauma patients. But when her father died suddenly from a stroke, her world fell apart. Crippling medical debt piled up. Her mother sank into a deep depression, and her 17-year-old brother needed support. She put her dreams aside and took any job she could find, from waiting tables to scrubbing floors, just to keep a roof over their heads. Then, a kind neighbor offered her a glimmer of hope. A wealthy family needed a nanny for their 4-year-old daughter. "She doesn't talk or walk," the neighbor whispered. "She lost her mom a year ago. Are you interested?" Elena hesitated. This wasn't her dream job, but with rent and bills mounting, she had no other choice. On a gray, cloudy morning, Elena took the train to Manhattan's Upper West Side. Clutching a worn canvas bag with her lunch, her resume, and a flicker of hope, she stepped into a different world. It was a universe of pristine sidewalks, towering buildings, and luxury cars, where a single coat cost more than her month's rent. Elena felt like a stranger in someone else's dream, but she held her head high and walked on, her heart pounding. Meanwhile, 33-year-old Ethan Blake was living inside a bubble of wealth and pain. His penthouse, with its glass walls and breathtaking view of Central Park, was a reflection of his perfectly curated life. As the CEO of a successful architecture firm, he was known for his talent and his arrogance. Money and power had turned him into a cold, cynical man who cared about no one. But his perfect world had one major blind spot: his 4-year-old daughter, Sophie. Ever since the accident that took his wife's life, Sophie had been locked in a silent state. She didn't speak, she didn't walk, and she didn't respond. The best doctors in the city had no answers. "It's psychological trauma," they said. "She needs time." But as the days passed, the pain only grew deeper for both of them. His wife's death had taken the best part of him. Once a man who knew how to smile, Ethan had become a machine addicted to control. In less than a year, he had fired 3 nannies. The last one, a child psychologist, was let go for suggesting he spend more time with his daughter. "I work so she can have the best," he had shouted. "Don't bring that emotional nonsense into my house." He refused to accept the truth. The problem wasn't Sophie. It was him. Only one person saw it clearly: his mother, Grace, a strong, kind woman with quiet wisdom. Heartbroken by her son's loneliness, she took matters into her own hands. On a recommendation from her manicurist, she contacted a young nursing student named Elena Carter. One brief interview and one look into Elena's sad, resilient eyes was all it took to convince her.